Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Guild Wars 1 Let's Play. We are still in the end game of Prophecies era. We are doing now a different event that came out about the same time as the Titan quests. In fact, I believe they came out the same... Make sure I'm going the right way really quick. Yes. In fact, they came out in the same update. This is the... Make sure the mic is working. Yep, alright. Stuff I should have done beforehand, but whatever. This is the Sorrow's Furnace quest line. Sorrow's Furnace is a... Well, it's a big-ass mine in this region of the map, around the Dildramore War Camp area. It was basically just another quest line to hold people over in between factions and prophecies, I believe. At least that's what I gathered off the wiki. We're still looking for runes for our character's armor. Ooh, Vitae's. Need those. Thank you. We'll take. Who still needs one? You still need some. Perfect. But yeah, this this came out about the same, or in the same update as the Titan quest line. I just decided to do the Titan quest line first, as it was something I was a little bit more familiar with. As I've never actually done this section. I never did the Titan quest line either, but the Titan quest line was much easier to kind of understand than this quest line, so that's why I decided to do it first, for the most part. Yeah. So one of the important things that came with this update was a system known as the green weapons. So weapons up until this point only came in 4 rarities: white, blue, purple, yellow. Actually, I believe red weapons would have been in the game at this time as well. Red weapons are PvP weapons. Here's one here. This is a trick. If you don't know, you can actually turn any of the slash bonus weapons into PvP skins using the Zaishin tokens. So because of that, I have a flat bow that is actually the skin of a recurve bow, and is actually probably one of my favorite bow skins in the entire game. Which is like a cool little trick. But anyway, up until this point, there was only the 4 types for PvE, and the green type was added. So what's special about green weapons? The special thing about green weapons is that they're called, well, they're uniques, but they drop with specific mods on them, and most of the time they drop with max level mods on them. You can actually see some here that we got at the end of the Prophecies campaign. Here's the Sorrow's Furnace we're going on in. And why these are important is that they have max mods on them, and they have specific mods. Up until this point, it would have been very hard to get specific mods on weapons, especially some of the ones that you cannot add mods to yourself. Shields being a big one, since shields are very hard to mod in the older campaigns. Eventually, whenever we get to Nightfall and Eye of the North, the system kind of falls off a bit, since most people do not need green weapons at that point, as they have their own, or as it is much easier to mod weapons in the post-Nightfall era. The pre-Nightfall era, these weapons were actually insanely important. I actually missed the quest. I apologize. I have to go back and get it. I literally walked right past the quest. Alright, you're gonna watch me go back so I can keep you explaining about these green weapons things. But yeah, so this was a very important update for the the early Guild Wars 1 enthusiasts, as this was a way for them to get weapons with specific mods. Now, I'm not sure if the very good mods were available yet. I'm not sure if, like, you know, what exactly the mods were on each of the weapons in this zone. But assuming there were some that were pretty good, this, if you were playing at the time, this would have been the way that you get access to some decent weaponry. Just gotta clear my way back up. That dwarf I talked to in the beginning, I believe that actually was the guy I need to talk to. I don't think it's this guy here. I think this guy is for something else. That might be for a different endgame. Yeah, Dwarven Prospector up there. That's who we need to talk to. So yeah, that was a cool system in this update. I believe this old update, I was also reading the wiki, came with some other stuff besides just the Titan Quest and the Sorrow's Furnace. There's various PvP and guild functions added at this time as well that were pretty cool. I was actually not playing at this time. I would have started playing very soon after this, around the maybe the midway cycle through Faction's lifespan. So maybe more in the game came out in like 2005. I probably started playing more in like the 2007-ish era. I would have been about 11 at the time. Yeah, that's probably about right. Alright, we're almost back to the dude that I totally meant. I have no clue how long this this mini-series on Sorrow's Furnace is going to be. If I had to take a guess, it's going to be at least a couple episodes, probably 2 or 3. And then we have one more final pre-Factions episode, and then we're going to be starting the Factions series. I also apologize for this episode being out a little bit later than usual. I've just had a really messed up sleep schedule over the past few days, but hopefully we'll be getting back to normal, and I'll try to have most of the episodes out by, you know, around 7 Eastern time. I also will be streaming on Twitch as well. We probably won't be playing Guild Wars, probably some Black Desert, and the new Overwatch season just came out, so we'll probably be playing some Overwatch 2 if you or Overwatch 2 as well. So if there is any interest in that, okay. Choose Stars Furnace. It's dangerous to travel alone. Why don't you try to find those people I told you about earlier? Okay, so let's read this quest text. Help him complete his mission inside Star's Furnace. So essentially, Gred's Footprint is a dangerous placement. A traveler to these lands who left bones by the wayside and his family wondering what became of them. There are 3 dwarves and a human here who could help use a well-armed escort. Will you go and seek them out? So I think the way this works is that essentially all these guys have different quests, and I don't think we can do them all at once. I believe we have to do them one at a time, but I might be wrong about this. I could very well be wrong about this, but I do not believe so. I believe you can, you have to do them one at a time. So let's talk to Kilroy Stonekin first. You're not Stone Summit, you'll go right to me. Goldmore Irontoe killed my friends, I was the only one to escape. Now Goldmore Irontoe must pay with his life. I'm ready to crack some Summit skulls. Let's go. Yeah, okay, so it does look like you have to do them one at a time, because it doesn't actually give me a new quest. I think it gives me a new quest once we actually zone into the zone. So it's gonna be a lot of popping in and out in this quest line to do various different tasks. I hope you all are excited for the end of Prophecies finally and the starting of Factions soon. I think I've mentioned this in some of the other episodes, but Factions is my favorite campaign, at least aesthetically, so I am really excited to start Factions. Factions will probably be a little bit shorter, just due to the fact that it's not super long. But I might do some stuff like also, I don't know. I've considered starting to do maybe bonus episodes or something where I just show off like, this is a let's play to play through the story, but I kind of also want to show off just like all the stuff, all the relevant stuff at least that I remember from this game. Even stuff like runs and stuff like that. Things that there isn't maybe necessarily a ton of documentation on. We'll see. I'm the only one left to avenge the deaths of my brothers and sisters at the hands of the summer. Gamar Irontoe is going to taste cold steel before this day is through, or I won't be alive to regret it. But think about standing over their bodies just makes me so angry. Ever standing around, it's time for action. Are you with me? Absolutely. This guy is a Leroy Jenkins reference, by the way. Okay, so he's running ahead and fighting. I've actually seen these cutscenes. He's mad. And now he's running back to me. Kilroy Stonekin. Yeah, he's a Leeyron Jenkins reference. Which of course means he probably runs ahead and we need to defend him. But the cool thing about the Stars Furnace is I believe all this is relatively unique assets. Like, I think they made all new stuff for a lot of the Stars Furnace. I don't believe a lot of this stuff is present in the rest of the game, so that's pretty cool. This is also our first look at or one of our more in-depth looks at an area actually controlled by the Stone Summit completely. So that's pretty cool as well. I also like how he uses a shout that just lets us run faster. Ooh, look at that AoE. Come to think of it, now that I really think about it, Prophecies had post-game. Factions didn't really have post-game. Some cool architecture. Like, there was stuff to do in Factions after you finish the campaign, but there wasn't like quest lines like the Titan quest line here, and there aren't really a ton in Nightfall either. Prophecies is kind of unique in that aspect, at least until the Guild Wars Beyond series came out, which is a lot later. Here's a chest. I hear something for your trouble. It's a chest. Oh, he's running. We need to go catch up to him. Did he actually get anything? Okay, interesting. I like the chains and everything hanging down from the ceiling. I think that's really cool. I really love in here. I think this is like arguably our first. This is one of the first indoor zones, definitely, in the game. I think there's very few of them, actually, that are completely indoor. This is one of them. These priests first. Kilroy also gives us the shout that makes us attack faster, all our shit recharges faster, so it's actually pretty fun to do this. Like, it feels really good. Like, if you had this speed all the time, it would feel so great to play this game all. Oh, there's a cool gate back there. I'm sure we'll get plenty of time to look through this place, but I'm pretty sure you've got to come through here 3 or 4 times total. Wonder how deep we have to go for his mission. Really cool, like, stalagmites with the scaffolding on them. I have a feeling we're basically vanquishing this area. We're going to be killing off all of the enemies in here. Let's look what the map looks like. Interesting. Where do these guys come from? I could swear there was only like 4 of you guys earlier. Man, is it gotta feel bad when we don't have the shout to move as fast. Get around. This is cool. It's like a lowered bridge. And there's some scaffolding and stuff off to the side there. Where it looks like we're above an area. Or we're above the area we were at? Is that? Yeah, I think so. No, different area. Well, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Really dig the aesthetic of this place. And this actually turns into a dungeon in Guild Wars 2. Slightly different, way different layout and everything, but it is cool that the place is still used in Guild Wars 2, just no longer obviously by these dwarves, by some other people. Oh, also, I think these are new Stone Summit models. I don't think we've ever seen the unarmored ones. I think those are unique to this zone. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that's true. How much further do we have to go? Jeez. Mullion. This guy's a dredge, I believe. They're like rat people. They look way different in the second game. That faster attack speed is so nice. I guess we're getting the full tour of the zone with Kilroy here. It seems pretty big. It's starting to look more and more like a boss chamber. He's probably around here somewhere. There he is. Oh, he's going this way to clear out these guys first. Probably makes sense. Oh, nope, he's aggroing everything. Of course. It would be true to his name if he didn't run through everything in Leroy aggro it, right? That's the point. That's the meme. I was so sad when I found out that was staged, by the way. Sad. That's the end of Government Iroto for good and all. Thank you, friend. I've been seeking revenge for so long, I'm not sure what to do next. Interesting, interesting. What do we get from these chests? A fire wand. Can we open... What's this miner's chest? Is this actually like a chest, or is this like a... Oh yeah, this is like a chest. Look, I wasted a lockpick on that. How close are we to the entrance? I think if we go up this way, we're actually back out at the entrance. We can go grab one of the other quests real quick. I believe there's 4 in total, so we'll probably do 2 an episode. That's probably the plan. Yeah, this should be back out to the entrance this way. I already miss his 50% faster move speed buff. I already miss it. But yeah, the one thing I think that is a little bit rough is the Prophecies. This is gonna sound silly. The Prophecies reward structure, for lack of a better term. A lot of the actual rewards and stuff you get for doing this endgame stuff isn't very good. Like, it's alright, it's not bad, but Factions, Nightfall, and then obviously Eye of the North a little bit, had much better systems in place to make sure you were well rewarded for the post game, either with really cool cosmetics or unique armor sets and stuff like that. Whereas like Prophecies kind of doesn't really have that. There's really cool rewards for doing the Fissure of Woe and the what's it called? Like Underworld. You can make obsidian armor, which is kind of like the most expensive armor. It uses rare materials. Here's like 2 pieces of it for the assassin. Very kind of common armor you would have seen people wear back in the day, especially, you know, to show off their wealth and stuff. Definitely something that, as it became more accessible to a lot of the community, as you know, as Guild Wars 1 waned on in years, and as most people got to the point where they could afford stuff like Chaos Gloves and Obby Armor, which are traditionally the more expensive armors, you definitely saw a lot more variety in what armor people wore. People still almost always wore Chaos Gloves, because I mean, look at these things. Chaos Gloves are these gloves I have. They just look cool with the glowing hands. I don't know. To me, this is an iconic armor piece from this game. For some people, it might not be, but it's probably one of the most iconic armor pieces from this game, just because it's an item that I always wanted as a kid, and eventually got. I was super happy. Trask the name, Trask, you heard of me. I'm quite well known in these parts. Ennis asked me to find some worthy volunteers to pose as slaves inside Sorrow's Furnace to scout the place out. Alright, let's go. But yeah, the Obby armor, some of it looks good. Some of the, you know, to everybody's taste, but some of them are alright, some of them not so much. I personally quite like the chest and the pants on the Sin set. I think it looks pretty good with this set. But I'm rocking the cheap, like, starter armor just because I really like the way it looks. I don't know. I spent a lot of time in this game messing around with armor sets and getting stuff I liked. It's one of my personal favorite things about this game. Guild Wars dress up, as they say. This is a 100% a cosmetics are endgame game. Alright, here's the plans. Our Dwarven's friend mentioned 5 locations. The Stone Basilica, Dark Haven, Sorrow's Belly, the Gap, and Iron Arch. Not Lion Arch, Iron Arch. You'll need to scout each one, then return to me. You'll be posing as slaves, but don't worry, I'll get you out of here when it's all over. And I'm going to put some enchantment on you. Someone will take you without it. It'll prevent you from attacking the stone summon. It also gives them certain powers over you, so try not to make them angry. Once the enchantment is placed, I'm going to sell you to Taskmaster Iron Boot over there, and you'll have to follow him to the slave pens. Once you're inside, you're on your own. Good luck. Alright. Humans are overrated. Why do you expect it fed daily? But it looks like you've already enchanted them up, so I suppose we can use them if the price isn't too dear. I guess I can't just run off and do my thing. These are strong and healthy. They'll last years. I'd say they're worth 1,000 gold apiece. Ho ho ho, Trask. You're a real piece of work. Do you take me for a fool? Not pay that for a lot of them. We'll give you 100 gold each. 100 gold each. You wound me, Iron Birch. You know I can possibly take less than 300 gold for each of them. 300 gold. I'll give you 200 each, and that's it. Take it or be done with ye. With wire. And for you, Scallywag, you call my bluff. The slaves are yours. Now pay up so I can be on my way. Follow me, humans, and don't dawdle. If you want to get through the gates, you'll have to learn to use the gearboxes or else you'll get stuck. I hate when NPCs move slower than you do. It's always funny to hear, you know, people in games like NPCs and stuff talk about gold amounts, because obviously as a player, that's like chump change. We'll do well to do exactly as correct Leeyron says. Flames just take his task and you might avoid the whip. All I'm saying is if you let me kill them, I would destroy them. Yeah, the dredge are these other things in here. I'm telling you, we should all be very nervous about the Iron Forgeman. The Iron Forgeman. That's interesting. That's the first we've heard of him, and I believe he's important to the story. He's of no threat to us. Oh, next thing you know, the furnace will be full of automatons and the doors will be out of work. Aren't you all slavers? You're crazy. Holy hell, dude. Could you move a tiny bit faster? Just like an absolute minuscule faster. A sicklier lot I've never seen. Good luck on getting any work from them, Crack. What do you mean sicklier? I literally just killed Titans. I'm probably the scariest thing to ever walk in here. Crack Flamewith. You shall address me as sir, and you shall do When I tell you, and as fast as I tell you, or I shall beat you, whip you, and feed you the moles. Got it? Cold one. It's hot in here, slaves. I need a cold one. Fetch me one and make it cold. Got it? Right away, boss. That's one cold one coming up. Can we take more than one of these? Wrenches and gears. There's some trouble in our best pulverizer, the cruncher. Some of those damn dredge rebels managed to steal it. Toothed cog need to operate the machine. One of the machines to mess with. We can't meet our quota without the cruncher. A master gear won't get her up and running. It must be that toothed cog. Get back in, fix the cruncher, and take care of any dredge you find. And be quick about it. It'll be 50 lashes for you. Hey, slave, I owe a favor to Thron Stoneleaf. If you're doing it, retrieve me the obligation. Go offer yourself to Tharn and do whatever he asks. Got it? Yep. You shall... Unruly slaves, listen, slave. The dredge are planning something. They think to stage an uprising, and such Molkovs are looking for a fight, and I'm about to send you to kill one. Kill him, and I'll reward ye. Far in the holes. I don't have enough to worry about. One of them damn flame djinn has broken loose from the iron fortress and incinerating everything in sight. Head to where the flame djinn was last spotted. Hunt it down, destroy it. I'll make sure its next victim is you. Got it? Okay. But I think that might actually be the end of today's episode. It's getting a little long, and I'll do all these tasks in the next episode. That'll be a good way to split it up for now. So this, because I have a feeling these are going to take 20 minutes or something. You don't want this to be a 40-minute episode. But I want to thank you for coming out, and I hope you have a great day. I will see you in the next one.